one, the Huskers will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Cook. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll try to do it himself.
QBs running around, it's normal nowadays. You see such good athletes at the quarterback position. But I tell you what, he better start sliding too. Get some first downs, that's fine. Get some yardage, that's fine. Make sure you slide on the ground so you don't take too many licks like that.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just a short pass to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Nittany Lions move the chains with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and when you're at Penn State.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jones. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! A great catch and run for 6.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Abraham. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. To the ground with the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
Well, you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Third down play from the gun. Might be looking to run. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Still running at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking to fire. The short hand. It's Boone. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Huskers will snap it on first and 10. looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Cook. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They go to the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Give to the running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. He's now up to 52 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. The Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Skips away from pressure. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Here's a heat. He wants it all. Got it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of 5 guys up front acting as one. Tremendous job in pass pro.
22. Slams ahead. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. He'll try to tack on one more.
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He marched 78 yards down the field, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abraham. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This one's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Firing to the right, complete.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a one-yard gain.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA in a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. Northwestern stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Evanston. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. They'll try the run. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The clock is not their friend. Got to get everybody to the line quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught near the sticks. It's Glenn. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Extending the play. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Caught near the sideline, it's Jones. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
They'll run it from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Makes the grab on the left. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Boone. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught near the sticks. It's Boone. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Lost to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. The ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They're licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory. And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Quarterback extends the play. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He might want another play. And back to the air on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Right out trying to get it in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. James Madison escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Dukes fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Looking to throw on first down. Punch it out of the air. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Now from inside the red zone. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Abraham. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move.
And they will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but he left some points off the scoreboard there.
The give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill, and getting up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Floating away. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. Oh, look out! Touchdown, Penn State! They move on top here in the fourth. He's going to get a property tax bill in the end zone because this guy is spending a lot of time there. He might start taking aim at some of those Nittany Lion touchdown records.
Yeah, and those are some records. I mean, you start talking about Larry Johnson and Saquon Barkley and all the Kajana Carter going back. I mean, so many great running backs at Penn State. To be on that list, to be talked about in that vein, I think you're having yourself a day.
He'll bring it out. It's Abraham. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Fires downfield. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Boone. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Wants to throw again. Buys a little extra time. Got a man. It's Boone. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll throw it down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. At the 35, he's open. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game spot.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Oxford for some time. They're up by 32 over Akron. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Looking left. And they can't make the connection.
about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
It's caught downfield.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. They get him on the ground at the 33-yard line, but the interception, the turnover, has given this offense a great shot. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They want to run it left here. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. The give to the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had